Well, good afternoon, everybody, from the Chapman Arena here in the Firebirds Fieldhouse. And boy, do we have a good game for you today. Two schools within about a 10-mile radius as the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds take on the Neshaminy High School Redskins. Hi, everybody. I'm David Shapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins, who joins us for his broadcasting basketball debut. Jack, a lot of things to look forward to today, but the Firebirds need to get back in action and get on the board because they've lost two straight.
Really? Oh, wow. All right. So we are 3-2 on the season, correct? And Neshaminy is 3-3, I believe. So this is going to be a very close game in terms of records.
Absolutely. The Firebirds will need to get going once again. They've been out of action for about 16 days, and they'll resume today on this somewhat snowy, not yet, but eventually, maybe by the time we leave, Thursday afternoon. Well, coming into the evening. Firebirds will need points out of Shane Riley along with Dylan Sheed. Both of them will be starters. We'll get you all the starters as well as the national anthem coming up after this. Stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel.
Sportsmanship by all in attendance at this event. Your presence at this game is a privilege to observe and support high school athletics. All fans are encouraged to recognize the efforts and express support for both teams. Use only positive words and actions to respect the game officials, the players and the coaches, and all other spectators. And ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, please keep those masks on throughout your time here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise at this time for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Firebird Fieldhouse in the Chapman Arena for tonight's PIAA game featuring Neshaminy High School and Holy Ghost Prep. Introducing tonight's starting lineups. First for the Redskins of Neshaminy High School. Number 32, Nate Townsend. Number 2, Amir Combs. Number 31, Sean Curley. Number 1, Evan Esposito. And number 11, Cade Benjamin. Head coach of the Redskins is Mark Tingle. Now the starting lineup for the Firebirds of Holy Ghost Prep. Starting at forward is 6'6" junior, number 33, Mel Lindsay. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 41, Aiden Grant. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 31, Ryan Sylvester. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 0, Shane Riley.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody, here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. Noah Makowitz will be our courtside reporter in just a little bit. Getting ready for tip-off. Again, it's the first time in over 2 weeks since the Firebirds have played. They have a few games that have been rescheduled. For the Firebirds, the starters will be Shane Riley, Dylan Sheed, Ryan Sylvester, Mel Lindsay, and Aiden Graham. Cade Benjamin is at the point along with Mel Lindsay. And after a kind of chaotic tip-off there, the Firebirds do come away with it. It's Shane Riley to Sylvester. Sylvester in the corner to Graham, who gets the start. Lindsay back out to Riley, and boy, will Shane shoot it. Firebirds have lost 2 in a row. They'll try to end that losing streak here tonight. Mel Lindsay drives. Back out for Dylan Sheed. That's for 3 if it's good. Rebound is picked up by Neshaminy. They're in the road whites. It's number 31, Sean Curley. Neshaminy coming in this game with a record of 3-3. Curley, the 6-foot junior. Esposito over to Coombs. Faking it was Esposito. Tried to get to the basket. Pass out to Curley. Curley being double teamed. Back out to the corner. There's a 3 if it's good, and it's missed. Rebound picked up by Aiden Graham. Graham now takes it the other way for Holy Ghost. Just 1 minute into action here tonight. Glad you could join us. Lindsay drives, post in the basket, and it's good. Mel Lindsay with the layup.
Perfect play for Mel Lindsay right there.
2-0 lead for the home Firebirds. Ball's in the hands of Coombs. Now to Benjamin. There's a 3 from way out beyond the arc, taken by Curley. Good rebound by the senior Shane Riley. Riley with a burst of speed. Underneath to Graham, who gives a beautiful pass to Sheed. Sheed to Sylvester, and Sylvester is fouled. Ryan Sylvester will go to the line to shoot 2. Pretty full house here tonight, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, all the seats are almost taken. It's crazy.
Ryan Sylvester at the line for the Firebirds, shoots 2.
First one at the line for Ryan is good.
Green.
Second one is good, and Sylvester is perfect at the line. 4-0 lead for the home Firebirds.
Driving out to Coombs.
Back out to Townsend. Townsend underneath to Benjamin, the 6'7" player for Neshaminy. Hard-fought rebound, and we will have a foul coming up here. It's an offensive foul, and the Firebirds will take over possession.
Neshaminy foul, Evan Esposito, his first, team's second.
That was against Evan Esposito, the 6'4" senior guard.
Holy Ghost onto a hot start here. 4-0 and the ball.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the live stream.
Aiden Graham dribbling behind the 3-point arc. Passes out to Mel Lindsay. Passes it right back to Shane Riley. Back out to Lindsay again. Back to Riley. 3-pointer, and it's green!
Shane Riley gives the Firebirds a 7-0 lead. Here's Amir Coombs, the 5'8" sophomore for Neshaminy. Again, they're in the away red uniforms. Coombs, good pick set there by Benjamin. Coombs over in the corner. That's to Curley. Curley to Coombs, back out to Townsend. Townsend just beyond the arc, guarded by Mel Lindsay.
Back to Coombs.
Underneath now, they drive. Neshaminy with a beautiful move, and it's Evan Esposito.
First points on the board for Neshaminy. It's 7-2 Firebirds.
Here's Graham over to Riley. Riley will take it past the Holy Ghost Prep logo. 7-2 lead for the Firebirds. Lindsay in the corner. Just a little bit more than 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Riley in the corner. Back out to Sheed. Sheed slipped there, almost walked. Shane stays with it, and he traveled.
Ball goes over to Neshaminy.
Inbounding will be Esposito. Esposito to Curley. Curley to Townsend.
Townsend. Esposito. Pass out to Townsend again.
Scoreboard reads all 4s.
Benjamin sets a pick. And
There's a 2.
Green 2-pointer for Nate Townsend.
Firebirds lead by a 3-pointer as Aiden Graham inbounds to Shane Riley. Riley now up the court to Mel
Lindsay.
Lindsay. And it's picked off by Neshaminy High School. It's Coombs. Coombs underneath to Esposito.
Wow.
And one opportunity, but there's a foul. Charging against Esposito. He made a good move there to get around the hard Holy Ghost Prep defense. But it's an offensive foul, and the Firebirds will keep their 3-point lead.
Wow. No basket. That's crazy.
Here's Aiden Graham with it for the Firebirds. Graham being guarded by Coombs. Back to Sheed. Sheed to Lindsay, who rejoins the Firebirds after missing their last 2 games. Mel Lindsay underneath the basket and just missed, turning garbage into gold. There is Ryan Sylvester.
Ryan Sylvester with the layup. It's now a 9-4 Firebirds lead.
3 fouls against the visiting Neshaminy Redskins. Here's Townsend. Back out to Esposito. Esposito being guarded by
Esposito back
Riley.
to Townsend.
Gets a pick to Townsend. It's underneath. And fighting for it is a bunch of players.
Benjamin holds onto it and passes it right to Aiden
Turned
Graham.
over by Graham. Here's Riley going the other way, and he had it stolen from underneath him, but Ryan Sylvester gets it back, and the rebound is picked up by number 31.
Sean
That's
Curley.
Curley. Curley goes the other way over a player, and we have a defensive foul here. It will be against Aiden Graham. Graham a little bit shaken up after that play. It's his first. Holy Ghost Prep's first, and going into the line to shoot 2 will be Sean Curley. Good you could join us again here on this Thursday afternoon. David Chmansky with you here along with Jack Dobbins. First one at the line for Curley is good.
Green. 9-5 Firebirds lead.
Out there right now for the Firebirds is Shane Riley, Mel Lindsay, Ryan Sylvester, Dylan Sheed, and Aiden Graham. That's the way Coach Chapman will line them up about midway here in the first. And both of them are good for Sean Curley. Here's Graham now, takes it up near the Holy Ghost Prep logo. He has Lindsay to his left. Lindsay now drives towards the basket. Good defense, kind of was double team there, but Mel
Great post
Lindsay
by
with a good layup. It's now an 11-6 Firebirds lead.
Great post by Lindsay. We're up by 5.
Here's the Chamonix. Curley gives it off to number 14, who checks in for the first time. That's Zidzik, and just missed. Firebirds tried to fight for it. The ball goes out of bounds, and the Firebirds will take possession. It's Nunzio Zidzik, who checks in for the first time. He's out there with Coombs, Curley, Benjamin, and Townsend for the Redskins. Firebirds lead by 5 with less than 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter of action. Shane Riley with the ball beyond the key. Here's Aiden Graham.
Riley being guarded by the new incomer, Sidzik.
Graham now gives it to Lindsay. Lindsay to Sylvester. Not really where they want to be to shoot. Riley back out to Mel Lindsay, and the Firebirds are glad to have him back. Lindsay thought about driving, pulls up the mid-range, and it misses. Good rebound there by Curley as the Firebirds already started to go the other way.
Curley out to Townsend. Townsend drives.
And we'll have a foul here that will come against the Firebirds. See who the foul is against here. Again, it will be against Holy Ghost. Will be their second, and it's against Mel Lindsay. It's his first foul, team second, and we'll have a technical called here. Is going to the line to at least shoot 1 will be Nate Townsend. First one at the line for Nate Townsend.
Everyone behind Townsend, behind midcourt. And that first one is good.
Yeah, Mel Lindsay obviously not too happy with that technical called against him, as his teammate's going to try to calm him down near center court. Second one at the line for Nate Townsend, the 6'1 sophomore guard, is missed off the edge of the rim. And we'll see what happens here. I would assume that Neshaminy will keep ball here, and that is indeed the case. Sean McGranahan, the senior, checks in for the Firebirds. So he's out there as Lindsay checks out. He's out there along with Riley, Graham, Sylvester, and Sheed, along with, of course, Sean McGranahan.
Townsend passes it into Curley. Curley at the three-point arc. Mid-range, and it is not in.
Good rebound there by Ryan Sylvester. Going the other way is Aiden Graham. Graham drives with speed underneath to Dylan Sheed. Good pass and good bucket for Dylan.
Sheed with the bucket. Okay. Townsend driving up. Going to the right side. Layup, and it does not go in.
Coach Chapman not happy with that. Well, the foul coming again once here against the Firebirds. Checking out is Cade Benjamin for Neshaminy. Checking in will be number 0. That's Joey Zach for the first time, the 6'4 junior. 2 at the line for Nate Townsend. Firebirds lead by 6. Both teams have committed 3 fouls with less than 120 seconds to play here in this first quarter. First one is good for Townsend. Second one now at the line for Townsend, the 6'1 sophomore guard. About to check in is Ian Hendricks for the Firebirds. He'll do so shortly. Second one is missed by Townsend. Rebound almost was fought for by Sheed, but it's picked up. There's a 3 for Curley, and it's
Curley
good.
Greens it.
Sean Curley cuts the deficit to 2 for Neshaminy.
13-11, Firebirds lead. Less than a minute and a half left to go. A long pass play there. Finally ends up going to Sheed, and then we're going over to Granahan. Riley out to Sheed, and it's off the backboard. Oh, that's a foul.
A foul here that will be against the Firebirds. Looks like it will be against Ryan Sylvester. And Ian Hendricks will check in for Sylvester. Sylvester's first, team's 4th. So now out there for the Firebirds is Dylan Sheed, Shane Riley, Ian Hendricks, Aiden Graham, and Sean McGranahan. So they continue to go big against Neshaminy.
Zajic over to Townsend. Townsend drives in a post. Wow. Over to Joey Zach for the layup, and this game is tied at 13.
Firebirds will take it the other way. Here's Shane Riley, rushes it past the Firebirds logo. Riley being guarded by Curley.
Over the head.
And Neshaminy will take over with less than 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And don't forget to like and subscribe here to the stream to stay up to date with all the Firebirds home games in action. Also with other athletics news and academic news and just everything Holy Ghost. More than 30 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Tie game, both teams at 13. It's Zajic with the ball.
Zajic out to Coombs. Out to Townsend. Passes it out again, and green for Sean Curley. It's a 13-16 lead. I believe the first for Neshaminy.
Here's Mel Lindsay over
Aiden
to
Graham.
And Neshaminy will take over, tipped out last by a Firebird.
5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Firebirds trail by 3. Neshaminy will get the last shot. Curley, and it's blocked. Good tip there by Aiden Graham. And at the end of 1, Neshaminy leads by 3. We'll have more action on the other side of this break here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chmansky with you here along with Jack Dobbins. Noah Makowitz, our courtside reporter, will join us at halftime. And after a slow start somewhat for Neshaminy, they've come back and taken a 3-point lead over the Firebirds. Jack, what do the Firebirds need to change up here in this second quarter?
The fouls have been a big issue over these last few minutes. as we committed 4 fouls in the second half of the first quarter. And that allowed Neshaminy to take a big lead. I mean, a 3-point lead, but that's pretty relative. So,
Limit the fouls.
limit the fouls, and we should be good.
Absolutely.
Zajic to Coombs.
Back out to Townsend. Townsend being guarded by Lindsay. Townsend with a good move there, and he'll miss the 2. Fighting for it are both teams. It's high in the air. Neshaminy with a good job to keep it in there. Zajic over to Coombs. Coombs back out to Townsend, who drives. Thinking about it with Zajic. There's a 3 in the corner. This one is a high bouncer, bouncing a couple times, and Mel Lindsay has it going the other way for the Firebirds. Mel Lindsay crosses the logo. Firebirds need some points here, Jack. Underneath.
And perfect layup.
And it's Sean McGranahan with the deuce. Firebirds cut the deficit to 1. Firebirds again coming into this game losing 2 straight, one against Radnor and the other one against Strathaven. Here's Coombs, back out to Zajic. Zajic underneath, and we'll have a foul coming up here.
Who's the foul on?
Looks like it will be a defensive foul. It's going to be against Ian Hendricks. It's not against Ian Hendricks. I knew it was a 2 number there. It's going to be against Sean McGranahan. Checking in for the Firebirds will be Dylan Sheed and Mark Tomasetti. Checking out there is Riley and Graham. So out there for Coach Chapman's Firebirds, Hendricks, Sheed, Lindsay, McGranahan, and Tomasetti.
Coombs into Curley, to Coombs, back to Townsend.
We'll have
and
a travel.
They're calling it a travel.
So Firebirds trailing by just 1. They'll have the opportunity to take the lead. Again, glad you could join us here on this Thursday evening on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. The JV team was able to defeat Neshaminy's JV team, and now we have going for the sweep here, Jack. Here's Mel Lindsay underneath. Good pass to Tomasetti. Tomasetti being guarded by Curley. Needs an outlet. He'll find one. It's McGranahan. McGranahan with a swerve move. Tipped to Tomasetti. There's a 3 for Ian Hendricks, and it just misses. Hendricks, who was money the other day, misses that one, and Townsend picks it up for Neshaminy.
And Townsend get blocks at the rim.
Good block by Sean McGranahan. Firebirds and Tomasetti now go the other way with just over 66 minutes left to play. And here's Coombs with speed the other way, thinking about the 3, being double teamed is Zajic, and he traveled.
Zajic travels. All right. Firebird ball with a chance to take back the lead.
And we'll have a check-in here for Neshaminy. Checking out will be Townsend. Checking in will be, it's Colin Cloud who's going to check in for Neshaminy. Neshaminy is coached by Mark Tingle. Here's Mark Tomasetti with the ball, leading the point for the Firebirds and Coach Chapman. Tomasetti gets around 1 Redskin, now drives. Tomasetti with a nice layup, and the Firebirds have a 1-point lead, Jack.
Very clean layup for Tomasetti right there, and that gives the Firebirds the lead back, 17-16.
Here's Coombs. There's
Coombs out to Zajic.
Who misses.
Nothing but air.
And the rebound is put up and put in by Colin Cloud, and he'll have a chance to go to the line and make it a 3-point play.
Neshaminy takes the lead right back and gets a foul shot extra to show for it.
The foul is against Mark Tomasetti. It's his first, team 6, as you were talking about, Jack. Firebirds are in some foul issues here. They have already committed 6 fouls here in this half.
And we've added 2 in this quarter. So we need to start limiting those soon, or else it's not going to go too well.
Absolutely. One at the line for Cloud is good.
Good.
And it's now a 2-point lead for the visiting Neshaminy Redskins. Tomasetti once again running the point. He's out there with his fellow junior counterpart. Not counterpart, but friend, I should say, and it's stolen.
And
Going the other way is Coombs with speed. Little shove there by Tomasetti, but it's all Amir Coombs, the 5'8 sophomore, who uses his speed and gives Neshaminy a 4-point lead.
Neshaminy takes a 4-point lead.
Tomasetti pushes
no
off at
foul
Coombs. Back out to Hendricks. Hendricks, good defense by Coombs. He needs an outlet, and we'll have a foul here. It will either be against Amir Coombs or maybe even number 31, Sean Curley. It's against Amir Coombs. It's his first, team's 4th. It's on the floor, so inbounding it will be Mark Tomasetti.
Inbounds to Lindsay.
To Lindsay. Lindsay now with speed. The junior Firebirds are glad to get him back. Back to Sylvester. There's Hendricks, the junior. Now shading underneath goes Tomasetti. There's a three for Mel Lindsay, and it's all good. Mel Lindsay for three. Firebirds cut the deficit to 1.
Nothing but green for Mel Lindsay there. Pure net.
That's an NBA 2K green right there.
Exactly.
Here's Sean Curley. Curley gets around Sheed, now passes it out. Thinking about taking it was Cloud. He drives, gets it over to number 0. That's Zach. Still fighting for it is Neshaminy, but Sheed goes the other way. He has an outlet, he has speed. Sheed looks for a move, gives it to Tomasetti. Tomasetti back to Sheed. Sheed now drives underneath the basket. Back out to Hendricks. Hendricks to Lindsay. He just made the three. He takes another one. And it's Mel Lindsay.
Irish spring green right there.
It's only a 2, though. They say that his toes were over the line, but the Firebirds do the lead.
22-21 Firebirds with less than 4 minutes to go in the half. Oh,
There's a hard foul there. Sheed went into the neck there area of Curley, and they seem to exchange words. The foul is against Dylan Sheed. Firebirds going to check in a couple players here. It'll be Shane Riley and Aiden Graham.
Tomasetti checking out along with Ian Hendricks.
7th foul on the Firebirds. First one at the line is good. So Curley, the 6-foot junior, will go to the line and shoot another one. Neshaminy going to make some changes. The Redskins going to bring in Townsend and Benjamin. Less than 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Glad you could join us here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Shapansky along with Jack Dobbins. Noah Makowitz will have a report for us coming up at halftime, and the second one was in and out. Riley picks up the rebound, and now Shane has a bunch of daylight in front of him, gives it off to his fellow senior. That's Sylvester over to Lindsay. Lindsay underneath to Sylvester. A couple Redskins on him. Still fighting for it is Lindsay, and we'll have a foul here. And it's going to be a foul against Neshaminy. That was an emphatic call there by the referee, Jack.
He put in all his effort into that.
The foul is against Sean Curley. It's his first, team's 5th, and we've had a combined 12 fouls. And now we'll have an offensive problem there, as looks like Mel Lindsay traveled with the ball there.
Oh, boy.
The foul, or there is a foul, I should say, against Mel Lindsay. It's already the 8th foul here in this first half.
That was a very short-lived possession. Maybe lasted, what, 2
very
seconds?
Very short, if that. Both teams at 22. It's Coombs now with the ball. Coombs drives, tries to get around Graham. Could have been an offensive foul, but apparently didn't push off of him enough. There's Townsend. Townsend for 3, and it's good. Nate Townsend with a little bit of some jumping jacks there at the logo, and he gives the Redskins a 3-point lead. Here's Sylvester Ryan with the deuce. The layup is good. Firebirds down by 1, and it's loud in here, Jack.
Yes, it is. The crowd's getting into it.
3 minutes left to play here in the first half. Firebirds need a stop.
To Zajic. Zajic at the 3-point arc. Over
Sylvester fighting for it, and Mel Lindsay comes away with it. Here's Lindsay going the other way, needs to cross half court, and he gives it to Shane Riley, who now wants to slow down the tempo. Riley against Zajic. Riley to Sylvester. Ryan now thinks about a move around Benjamin, but is somewhat at a size disadvantage. There's Mel misses. Rebound by Sylvester. He had 2 Redskins on him, so Firebirds really going to take their time here. Aiden Graham thinking about a move here against Curley. Graham thinking about it. Good pick there by Lindsay. Underneath to Ryan Sylvester, who misses the layup. Firebirds still trail by 1. Now the Redskins swing the other way. It's Zajic. Rebound picked up by Dylan Sheed. Sheed now with speed the other way, and we'll have a foul here. We'll see who it's against. Sheed went full speed into Coombs.
Coombs almost hit, I don't know if he did, but he almost hit the
And bleachers. It will be a foul against Neshaminy. It's against Coombs. And Dylan Sheed will inbound. Sean McGranahan will check in. That's a 6-team foul for the Redskins. Lindsay checks out for Holy Ghost.
A combined 14 fouls in the first half, and we still have over 2 minutes to play.
Too many. Firebirds need to cut that down, as you were talking about earlier, Jack. Firebirds are in no hurry here, even though they trail by 1. They have 2 minutes here left in this first half.
Out to McGranahan, to Graham.
Underneath for Ryan Sylvester, and he's fouled.
Hits the side of the backboard on the foul.
Should be 2 at the line for Sylvester, and it indeed will be. That's now the 15th overall foul combined for both of these teams.
This is getting ridiculous at this point.
Neshaminy coming into this game just losing the other day by 10 against Ben Salem.
Sylvester Green on the foul shot. This game is tied up at 25 with under 120 seconds to play.
Evan Esposito, the senior, checks in, and now checking out is Cloud for Neshaminy. Coombs will check back in, so Amir Coombs committed the foul and maybe got checked out for a possible injury because he went to the bench right away and then came back out, and he seems to be okay. Second one at the line for Sylvester is good, and just like that, Jack, the Firebirds have a 1-point lead.
Yes, we do. 26 to 25, under 2 minutes left to play. Coombs about halfway between midcourt and the three-point arc. Out to Zajic. Back out to Coombs. Over to Curley. Back out to Coombs. Over to Evan Esposito. Out to Coombs again. Over to Zajic. Zajic out to Benjamin. In the post. Misses to Esposito at three-point. Driving. Out to Zajic. Out to Curley for the three, and it's Green. Neshaminy takes a 2-point lead, 28-26 with about a minute left to play.
Sean Curley gives Neshaminy a 2-point lead. Firebirds with 60 seconds left to play here in this first half. Out there for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds, it's Aiden Graham, Sean McGrenahan, Shane Riley, Ryan Sylvester, and Dylan Sheed. The 2 there is missed by Aiden Graham.
Evan
Rebound
Esposito
is picked up by Esposito.
To Coombs again. Calling some little plays over there. Out to Kurt.
There's a pretty
Over
big
to
student
Zajic.
section that I just saw over there. I didn't think it was that big.
Coombs off the top of the backboard, and Holy Ghost will regain the possession of the ball.
Once again, glad you could join us here on this Thursday evening of some hoops action between Neshaminy and the Firebirds. Both teams trying to get their 4th win on the season. Firebirds right now trailing Neshaminy 28-26. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. David Shapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here along with Jack Dobbins and Noah Makowitz. Also Matt, who is our producer for today. Firebirds just with 23 seconds left to play here in this first half, and it's Aiden Graham. Firebirds should hold here for the last shot. Graham going to work against Colin Cloud. Graham, who does have a pretty good 3-point shot, will think about it. Graham needs to get rid of it, though, before he travels, and we'll have a foul here. That will be against Colin Cloud. Defensive foul. It will be Neshaminy's 8th foul, I believe. And
So we're tied up in fouls now.
it will be a total of 16 fouls. Not too happy with that foul. Seems to be Mark Tingle. And at the line, we'll see if it's a shoot 2 or if it's a 1-and-1 opportunity. We'll find out here in a second.
It's basically a foul bowl. Who can have the most fouls? It's
True.
crazy.
First one at the line for Sheed is good. It is a 1-and-1, so he'll get another opportunity to shoot another one. Checking in for Neshaminy is Evan Esposito. Checking out was Cloud, who just committed the foul there against Sheed. Firebirds going to check in James Cahill. Does have some speed, so maybe the Firebirds, just in case if they miss this here, want to have some extra speed out there on the court, even to get back and play some defense here. As Neshaminy will get the last shot most likely here. Neshaminy
Less than 10 seconds to play with a tie
and the
game.
Firebirds are tied.
Tie game in terms of points and fouls. Townsend drives up. Layup. And it misses. Out. She shoots. And it hits the top of the ceiling. And we are headed to halftime with a tie game in fouls and points.
Well, it was for sure an interesting first half. Both teams tied up at 28 apiece. Let's check in with our courtside reporter, Noah Makowitz. Noah, the student section got pretty big over there, didn't it?
It definitely increased in size, unlike the lead that we had in the beginning. But, you know, overall, first half, I don't know how to feel, Dave. I don't know how to feel.
Well, who's your star of the first half, would you say so far, Noah?
Honestly, I can't pick one person. I'd have to say our star has been transition defense overall. Now, while our defense in the half-court set may not have been great, giving up some threes, transition defense seemed to be pretty good.
At least to me, my star of the first half would have to be Mel Lindsay. He hit some clutch shots when we needed it most in order to tie this game up.
Well, we'll be back in about another 9 minutes for the second half of action as the Firebirds and the Neshaminy Redskins will battle here. The first half was not enough to really decide a favorite as both teams locked up at 28. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Enjoy some commercials and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Firebird Fieldhouse. Good game so far if you're just joining us. The Firebirds and the Neshaminy Redskins are locked up at 28. Firebirds going to try to get something going here. Mel Lindsay, who's the Firebirds' leading scorer with 9. Good move by Mel. He fights for the rebound, but he turns it over to Neshaminy.
Neshaminy regains the ball, and it looks like it's going to be Curley passing it into Coombs if everything goes properly. And there it is. Coombs driving up the court, it seems. Being guarded by Aiden Graham. Evan Esposito out, and it's in
Rebound
the
is picked up
hands.
by Sylvester. Here's Mel Lindsay the other way, looking for getting to double digits, and it's tipped, picked up by Coombs. Coombs flies the other way. Esposito with the move, and he is fouled.
Not the best start in terms of limiting the fouls.
True. 1 for 1. Foul is against Dylan Sheed. It's his overall second. It's the team's first of the half. 2 at the line for Evan Esposito, the 6'4" senior. The Redskins' leading scorer is number 12, Sean Curley. He has 12. He's also the leading scorer of the game.
Ooh.
With a lucky bounce, it's good, and Esposito, for now, gives Neshaminy a 1-point lead.
Shot number 2 is coming in a few seconds. And that shot is off the back of the rim.
Rebound is picked up by Lindsay. There's Graham. Graham makes a move past the logo, being guarded by Esposito, and
Graham
it's
gets
tipped.
snatch blocked.
Here's Townsend going the other way with speed. Townsend against Lindsay. His layup is no good. Coombs with the rebound back out to Curley. Curley already has 12. Is he thinking more to Coombs? Coombs had some daylight. There's a wide open 3 for Esposito. This one bounces at a little bit too much. And Shane Riley turns up the Jets going the other way. Going to work against Coombs. Riley, the senior, charges. Mr. Kraus from the bench can't believe it. And the foul is against Shane Riley. Already 2 fouls for the Firebirds, Jack.
I mean, we need to limit the fouls. This is getting ridiculous. 18 total fouls by both teams, including 10 of them by Holy Ghost. This is getting ridiculous at this point.
Cade Benjamin tried to get something going underneath the basket, but he is fouled, or not fouled, I should say. It's the other way. Benjamin turns it over. And now the Firebirds will walk up the court with it. No speed here really needed for the Firebirds. Sylvester to Graham. Graham does have a pretty good three-point
Back
shot.
to Sylvester.
Gives it underneath. Ryan puts it up.
And it's a turnover.
Neshaminy will take it the other way.
Over to Sean Curley, who's beginning to be very scary for this Neshaminy team. And Coombs gets blocked, falls to the
Here's
ground.
Aiden Graham going the other way with speed. Graham with tons of daylight to Sheed, the senior.
And Sheed
Finishes the job. Dylan Sheed gives the Firebirds a 1-point lead.
Perfect layup from Sheed right there. I mean, we couldn't really ask for much more.
Out there for the Firebirds right now is Aiden Graham, Dylan Sheed, Shane Riley, Ryan Sylvester, and Mel Lindsay. Neshaminy,
Esposito charging up.
good move
Misses
by
the layup.
Evan Esposito. Rebound is picked up by Ryan
Out to Aiden
Sylvester. Graham now to the left of Sylvester, underneath to Ryan. A little bit of a catch here. There's a 3 for Shane Riley. I believe that was his first three-pointer taken today, which is crazy. And the ball goes out of bounds. Neshaminy will take over. Both teams trying to get their 4th win on the season. The Firebirds have lost 2 straight. They lost to Radnor 69-54, and they lost their last game over 2 weeks ago. It was 18 days ago against Strathaven at the 76ers Fieldhouse in Wilmington. There's a wide open 3 for Evan Esposito, and that's going to give the Redskins a 2-point lead.
Graham standing at 3-point. Well, way past 3-point, actually. And he's going to drive with it, and he's going to lose the ball.
And it's another turnover for Coach Chapman's Firebirds. Again, glad you could join us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Try to get the stream. I believe we're close to 750, Matt. Is that close? Something like that? Maybe we can check on that. At the end of the show, in the post-game show, we will talk about the Firebirds' upcoming games, including some games that had to be rescheduled. There's a layup miss there by Coombs. Look at this start of a pass. There's Mel Lindsay, and it's good.
The first half MVP with a layup. That puts this game
It
in a
was
tie.
great by Mel Lindsay, but it was an even better throw by Dylan Sheed with a baseball pass there. Oh, 7:41. Thank you, Matt. 9 away from 7:50. There's Townsend. Townsend with a little bit of a Euro step. He's blocked. Mel Lindsay the other way. Mel Lindsay springs Sheed. What a move, Dylan Sheed. What a move, and Sheed shows it off a little bit. The student section goes crazy, and the Firebirds lead by 2.
34-32 on a perfect layup from Sheed.
There's Townsend, who thought about taking the shot to Coombs. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Wide open three for Coombs.
Off the front.
Rebound fought for by Curley, but it's tipped out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Firebirds.
Looking like it's going to be Riley to Graham, and that's what it is. Graham back to Riley.
Joey Zach
Sheed.
checked in for Neshaminy.
To Graham again. To Riley. Might as well take a three out here.
That's a little too far deep.
Graham. Sheed. Perfect move!
Dylan Sheed, you can feel the vibration in this building because the student section is erupting. Dylan Sheed is on fire.
Firebirds regain a 4-point lead.
I think he's making a run for Mel Lindsay for the star of the game. Dylan Sheed going to try to make it a three-point play. Also something that I wanted to bring up was that a new plaque was just hung up for Coach Finnegan, who passed away. We had his ceremony in the beginning of the season. That's right next to the ref's door where they go into the locker room, so that's nice to see. And Esposito gets the ball back. There's Coombs. Firebirds need a rebound. Coombs to Esposito. Wide open three, and it is good.
It is good.
Evan Esposito, the senior, cuts the deficit to 1, and the Firebirds can't keep on exchanging points. They need to kind of extend this lead, Jack.
Yeah, we need to really increase this lead. It's been really shaky, tons of lead switches, but honestly, I think we're doing a pretty good job limiting the fouls this quarter. Only 2 so far.
Yeah, 2 for the Firebirds, 1 for the visiting Redskins, and we'll have a timeout. Well, 3 minutes left to play. Welcome back here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds in a battle against the Neshaminy Redskins. David Shapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here, along with Jack Dobbins. And Noah Makowitz is our crowd interviewer. We'll have him at the end of this third quarter of action. Cahill, that's James, checking in for the first time here in this half to Lindsay. Lindsay to Sheed, who's been on fire, Jack, here in this second half.
Sheed
that
and Lindsay have
halftime
been
message
great.
must have worked. Yeah, Mel over in the corner to Cahill. Cahill back to Graham. Graham controlling the point over to McGranahan. McGranahan tried to get around
Lindsay
Coombs.
for 3.
There's a 3 for Mel Lindsay, and it's good. Mel Lindsay and Dylan Sheed, they're competing with each other for the star of the game.
Back and forth between points and points for Mel Lindsay
Yeah.
and Dylan Sheed.
The Firebirds missed his presence so much. They lost the past 2 games. Both of those games were without Mel Lindsay. There's Curley. Curley with a good spin move around Sheed, but Sheed blocked it. Good rebound, and it's put in by Joey Zach. Firebirds thought they made a good escape, but Zach said no, little Dikembe Mutombo, and puts it back in.
I'm not sure if Curley still leads in points. I think Mel Lindsay might have overtaken him.
Here's Aiden Graham. There's to McGranahan. His three-point shot was blocked, and now it's Zydzik who takes it the other way. Zydzik Slows down the pace. About to check in, looks like it's Townsend for Neshaminy.
Wow.
And there's a 2. Good shot there by Amir Coombs. The 5'8" sophomore has been using his speed and agility. And just like that, Jack, we're tied at 39.
Yeah, I don't know what on earth to call that shot, but I liked it.
It was good.
Great
Good
shot.
speed. Being double teamed is James Cahill, and we'll have a foul there. We'll see if it's against Coombs or Zajdzik. Those were the 2 Redskins who were fighting for the ball. The foul is on Nunzio Zajdzik, the 5'11" senior. It's his second. It's also the team's second. Firebirds going to make a couple check-ins. In there right now in total for the Firebirds is Graham, Sheed, Sylvester, Lindsay, and Riley. Riley being guarded by Zajdzik. There's Lindsay. He had 4 red jerseys on him, Jack.
That's insane. That just shows how dominant he's been in this game.
He's been very good. There's Curley. Curley underneath in the paint looking to get around Sheed. He spins. Coombs now using his speed. He drives, and we'll see what the call is here. It will be a foul. And down on the ground, I believe that is Aiden Graham. Graham gets up. I don't know if he got stepped in the neck or the face, but he seemed like he's
been
was
shaken
in
up.
some pain. Yeah.
He's shaken up.
Just over 70 seconds left to play here in this third quarter of action.
Coombs out to Curley, who's been the MVP for Neshaminy so far.
So far.
Townsend back out to Curley. Out to Zajdzik, to Coombs. To Townsend.
There's a 3 for
Curley.
Curley, and
Oh,
it's
boy.
good. Sean
Oh.
Curley.
Oh,
Him and Amir Coombs doing the work for Neshaminy. Firebirds now have 45 seconds to try to tie this game up. They trail by 3. Here's Aiden Graham to Sylvester. Sylvester, this place getting loud, Jack. There's Riley for 3 and just misses. Shane needs to get a
Riley
shot down
recovers.
here. There's Sylvester, and he is fouled. Sylvester, I believe, will go to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who the foul is against. It's on a Redskin, a defensive foul. The foul is against number 0, Joey Zack. It's his first, team's third. Both teams have committed 3 fouls here in the second half. Ryan Sylvester's at the line to shoot 2.
despite the last play, we've both us and Neshaminy have been limiting the fouls, and I'm actually beginning to enjoy it.
Yeah, true. First one, it's more fluid.
Yeah, it's
First
nice
one-
not seeing a foul every, 15 seconds.
Yeah, first one at the line for Sylvester is good. He'll shoot another one. James Cahill checks in for the Firebirds. Dasani, McNeely, Bronson is going to check in here soon. He's going to check in now. Sylvester makes 2. Both of them makes 2. And the deficit is down to 1 for the Firebirds. So Dasani checks in. He's out there with Shane Riley, Mel Lindsay, Dylan Sheed, and James Cahill. Ryan Sylvester will take a seat, get rested up here. Just 30 seconds left to play. Here's Coombs. Coombs with tons of speed. Thinking about it was Esposito. Esposito backs away, being guarded by Riley. Less than 20 seconds left to play. The Redskins
If
will
Esposito-
hold for the last shot.
If Esposito keeps walking back, that might be a backcourt.
There's Curley. Curley gets around Sheed, but can't get around McNeely Bronson. Good defense by
Less
Dasani.
than 10 seconds to play.
Contested 2 is an air ball. Fighting for it, and the rebound is put in by Joey Zack. Mel Lindsay shoots it, but it won't count. And just like that, at the end of 3, the Firebirds trail by 3. And the Neshaminy, they took advantage of that third quarter with a late third quarter push.
Firebirds really need to step it up if we want to win this game.
Well, let's check in with Noah Makowitz, our courtside reporter. Noah, Dylan Sheed with a really good third quarter, but Neshaminy kind of fights back. Turn it around is the key phrase there. All right, Noah, thank you so much for your courtside reporting job. We'll check in with you after today's game. Again, don't forget to stick around for the Firebirds post-game show. We'll wrap up this game, talk about some rescheduling of some games that were postponed within the past 2 weeks. And if the Firebirds do come back and win this one, we'll have a post-game interview with the star of the game. But right now, it's the Neshaminy in the lead, and both of their 2 players that have really been on fire is Sean Curley, but also Amir Coombs.
Yeah. 520 seconds left to play. Neshaminy up by 3. 3 fouls apiece in the second half.
A lot of seconds.
Curley passing it into Coombs. The 2 Neshaminy stars of the game. Coombs dribbling up. Out to Townsend. Curley again.
Esposito. Firebirds need to get a rebound, Jack. Underneath the basket, that's Joey Zach.
That's what we're talking about.
Good steal
Ryan
by Sylvester. There's Graham, who goes the other way. Graham,
Get it
good
off to
moves there
Lindsay.
against Coombs. Mel thought about it. Now drives in the paint. He goes up for the layup.
Sylvester.
Good rebound by Ryan, and you
Oh.
wanted that bounce in to make it a three-point play, but regardless, Ryan Sylvester will go to the line and shoot 2. See who the foul is against. It's against the Redskins.
I thought that was going in.
You kind of feel like when you're home, that should go in, that home court advantage, right?
I think this might be the first point of the game in which Neshaminy has more fouls than the Firebirds.
Oh, he goes. First one at the line for Ryan is good. He's been perfect at the line here so far tonight. He'll try to continue to make it perfect as the arena gets quiet. Second one at the line is good. Ryan Sylvester stays perfect. Firebirds trail by 1. And now Firebirds need a stop, Jack. We'll see if they can get it.
Out to, I believe that
Neshaminy
is
in the away red
Coombs.
jerseys. There's Amir Coombs against Aiden Graham. Coombs, good pass underneath. It's Townsend.
Oh.
And you can't keep on exchanging buckets.
Oh my goodness. 3-point lead Neshaminy, 46-43 with 7 minutes left to play.
Here's Shane Riley. Riley going to work against Curley. There's Graham.
Let's get a 3 here. Let's get a 3 here. Come on.
That would be nice. There's Sheed. He's beyond the
Sheed.
three-point arc, but didn't
Come on,
take it.
Sheed. Come on, Sheed. Come on.
Good pick by Mel and
Drive.
Dylan
It's
Sheed.
in.
Dylan Sheed is on fire. I don't know how you're going to stop him. The Neshaminy maybe starting to double team him would help, but they haven't done that really yet. Maybe Mark Tingle going to think about that here. Here's
didn't know, I
Coombs,
think, going
kind of
off.
tripped over the ball, but he gets it back.
Curley again.
The Neshaminy leading by 1. There's a 3 for
Oh.
Curley, and it's good.
I think that was a mid-range.
Sean Curley,
Yeah, it was.
they are going to rule it a 2. His feet are
Oh,
within the line,
boy.
which is good. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll gladly take
We'll take it.
All right, let's get a 3 on the board so we can tie this thing up.
Sylvester to Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Mel Lindsay for 3. Just
Oh,
missed.
Bad bounce.
You could feel the arena kind of sitting on the edge of their seat there. And here's Coombs. He crosses the Holy Ghost Prep logo with 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Glad you could join us. David Shapansky with you, along with Jack Dobbins, our color commentator today. There's Esposito over to Curley. Curley has to be stopped here. It's Dylan Sheed. He'll play defense for Tony Chapman's Firebirds. There's Coombs. Coombs to Townsend, underneath being guarded by Lindsay. Size disadvantage there for Townsend. He'll shoot, and thankfully that rims out for the Firebirds. And regardless, though, going to the line to shoot 2 will be Nate Townsend, the 6'1 sophomore. One of 4 sophomores on the roster for the Redskins.
As compared to the Firebirds, who was just made up of seniors and juniors.
Fouls against Mel Lindsay, his 3rd, team's 4th, and just like that, both teams have both committed 4 fouls. Out there for the Firebirds, it's Aiden Graham, Shane Riley, Ryan Sylvester, Dylan Sheed, and Mel Lindsay. First one at the line for Townsend is off the right side of the rim, and he'll shoot 1 more. Checking in for the Firebirds will be Sean McGranahan. Checking out is Mel Lindsay. Firebirds going to try to snap this 2-game losing streak, Jack, and they'll need to come back here from their tiny deficit.
We'll need a miss here in order to have a shot at this.
Right now, it's down by 3, and
Townsend,
it's
the sophomore,
still down by
misses.
3. There's Joey Zach.
And
Firebirds
recovered.
need a rebound,
Ah,
and it will stay with the Neshaminy Redskins.
Come on.
At this point, we also want to give a shout out to the hockey team. They are out in Pittsburgh on their Spirits in Immersion trip. At 8:30, they'll puck drop. There's coverage on one of the YouTube channels out there in Pittsburgh that's running kind of this immersion tournament thing. We'll have a timeout here called by
Where are they playing
Coach
at
Chapman.
8:30?
That's a good question. I did not write that down. Matt, our producer, do you know who they're playing? North Allegheny. Okay, so the Firebirds will be playing North Allegheny and some hockey at 8:30. So after this game, to get in the spirit, I hear it's snowing in Pittsburgh. So before the
Oh.
snow comes here and before you have to start shoveling out tomorrow morning, you can watch some hockey here at 8:30. That will be on the North Allegheny YouTube channel. The Pittsburgh Hockey Digest YouTube channel, I believe. Thank you, Matt. They have a bunch of interviews planned and everything. So after this game, head on over to their channel. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on this Thursday afternoon. Again, we'll have a quick post-game show because we do want to help out and support the hockey team.
The hockey event is varsity only, correct?
Yes, varsity
All right.
only, yes. But we're going for the sweep here in basketball. JV
Yeah, we
Firebirds
are.
won their game against Neshaminy, and this is a good rivalry, though. That's why it's crowded. Both teams are close to each other in the same
Yeah.
vicinity. And so out of the timeout for Coach Chapman. Go, Jack.
I might be thinking this wrong, but isn't Thursday night football in Pittsburgh tonight? I think.
Is it?
I think.
Or
the
are they?
Steelers-
Are they in Baltimore?
I thought.
I think they're in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
I think they're in Baltimore.
But
Yeah,
the
because
Steel-
Pittsburgh was home
but the
last week
Steelers
for
are
Ben's
playing,
last
right?
game.
Steelers are playing, right?
I think so.
All
yeah.
right, 'cause
There's Townsend with a move around McGranahan. Hands were in his face, but we'll have a foul. I believe it's against Sean McGranahan, but it could be against Mel Lindsay. We'll see here.
Ooh.
See who the foul is against. It's against Sean McGranahan, and Coach Chapman is not happy.
Yeah, Coach
I thought it was
Chapman.
at the ref, but it looks like it was at his players. Here's Coombs. Coombs to Esposito beyond the three-point line. Underneath to Townsend. He's been good,
Get a
Nate
block,
Townsend,
get a block, get a
recently.
block.
Townsend for the two, and it's in. It's a 5-point lead for the visiting Neshaminy Redskins. 5 minutes left to play. Firebirds need to break this losing streak. Shane Riley running the point. There's Dylan Sheed. Sheed, who's been on fire in this second half, loses the ball but gets it back. Over to McGranahan. McGranahan, good pass underneath
Let's
for
go.
Aiden Graham.
50-47 to Chamonix, but hopefully we can get something started here with the Firebirds.
Need a stop, Jack. It starts with stops. Defense wins
Yes, it
championships, buddy. Here's Amir Coombs. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Over 60 people watching us here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We thank you for tuning in. There's Coombs. He's been very good also. Him and Curley have been the two leading scorers for the Neshaminy High School Redskins. Clock strikes 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Firebirds trail by 3. Here's Coombs, gets around Graham. More than 4 minutes to play. Coombs underneath the Curley. Rebound, Firebirds need one. They fight for it. It's McGranahan against Zach. And we'll have a jump ball here. I believe it's going to stay with Neshaminy. No, it's going to go the way of the Firebirds.
right.
And we'll catch a break. Ryan Sylvester will check in for the Firebirds. He's out there with Dylan Sheed, Aiden Graham, Shane Riley, and Mel Lindsay. We'll have a timeout here, I believe, called by Neshaminy. I believe it will be a 30-second timeout, and we'll take a break. We'll give our voices a break, Jack, here on the Holy Ghost Pep YouTube channel. Firebirds are down by 3, but they'll have the ball out of the timeout. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left to play. It should be a good one. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't click on any other channel. We'll be right back. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Pep YouTube channel to the Chapman Arena. The Firebirds with a record of 3-2 battle the Neshaminy Redskins with a record of 3-3. So both teams looking for their 4th win. This is the Firebirds' first game in 18 days. They have lost 2 in a row. The one against Radnor with Jackson Hickey, who was a possible D1 commit. They lost that by double digits. They played a close game against Strathaven, and it was really nice to be in Delaware at the 76ers G League facility where that game took place. It was very professional. Firebirds, though, did come away with the loss late in that game, so they've lost 2 straight. Neshaminy has lost 3 straight.
Oh, wow.
After both teams started the season undefeated 3-0.
Conwell, Egan, Council Rock North, and Ben Salem. I mean, all of them being relatively close games.
Here is Aiden Graham over to Sheed. Sheed going to try to get the Firebirds
Lindsay,
going
let's
again.
go.
And
Oh,
it's tipped,
boy.
it's turned over. Going the other way are the Redskins.
What on
They'll
earth happened
spring. That's Esposito going for the 2, and he'll put it in. It's Evan Esposito, the 6'4 senior, and the lead is back up to 5. Firebirds are in a rush here. It's Aiden Graham who controls the point, gets around Coombs. There's Shane Riley for 3. We need it, and we get it. Shane Riley. Nothing but net for the senior guard. And now the Firebirds get closer. They're within 2. We don't need a three-pointer anymore to tie. We need 2.
We just need a layup.
We'll take one
Or
to
a
go ahead,
mid-range.
though. Here's Coombs. The student section now chanting defense. It's a loud atmosphere. It's a good one here in the building. Glad you could join us here on the YouTube channel. Hopefully you're feeling the good atmosphere at home. There's Coombs. Tried to make the layup. He missed. Firebirds need a rebound, Jack.
We do. That could change the entire pace of the game.
There's Curley back out for Esposito. Thought about it. Drives into the paint. He misses.
And
Rebound
Graham
is finally
recovers.
picked up by Graham. Firebirds can tie or take the lead. Good move there by
Handle's going
Graham.
crazy.
Now the Firebirds slow down the pace. They trail by 2.
Get it to
Less
Lindsay
than
at
3
three. Get
minutes
Lindsay
to
at three.
play. Now there's Dylan Sheed underneath. There's Shane Riley. It's
Riley.
for 3.
Oh!
Oh! Mel Lindsay back for 2,
Yeah!
and it's good. Mel
Mel
Lindsay.
Lindsay ties the game up.
And I think the building just shook a little.
Oh, definitely.
It's an earthquake.
150 seconds roughly to play.
The Firebirds can take the lead. It's the overall 5th foul for Neshaminy. Mel Lindsay turns garbage into gold with the layup and
Misses the free throw.
Mel Lindsay wanted the 3-point play to add to his already over double-digit point total, but we're tied, all locked up at 52.
This
all
game
locked
is
up
so
at 5
close.
fouls. It's a good one. It's an entertaining one.
Entertaining, but
Yeah,
scary.
Firebirds are on 18 days rest, but maybe you're showing a little bit of that they haven't played in a while, that rust. But they're battling back. Good job by both teams. Coombs to Townsend. Townsend back to Coombs. 2 minutes left to play. Here's Esposito, and it's good. Evan Esposito puts the Chamonix back up by 2. Good bucket by him.
This game is so close, it's honestly scary.
You can feel it. It's Aiden Graham. I'm sure the players are feeling it. There's Shane Riley
Doors
being
are
guarded by
opened to
Curley.
Pull it down.
There's Riley to Sylvester. Back to Lindsay. He's being double teamed. Mel Lindsay has it all his way. Mel Lindsay, they wanted the N1. They don't get it. It's tied at 54, Jack.
Lindsay using his 6'6" frame to get a great layup. And this game is tied in terms of points
Here's
and
Coombs.
fouls.
And now the defense rocks the Chapman Arena.
Defense.
Coombs against Graham. Back out to Townsend. Firebirds need a stop. Back to Esposito. Almost stealing it was Riley. Pass was just a little bit over his head. The voice is
Coombs calling
starting to get
Townsend
there.
in.
now Coons draws up a play. James Cahill may check in here soon. 60 seconds. Here's Curley. Curley to Townsend, and we'll have a foul. It's against Mel Lindsay. It's on the floor, and Sheed kindly pulls Lindsay away. They don't want any technicals.
This is getting insane.
It's on the floor. The one thing that's always concerning is that when there is no shot clock, they can take as much time as they want.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So we'll see
Oh,
what
boy.
happens. Timeout is called here. Not sure who. It's called by Neshaminy. So we'll take a break. We're all locked up at 54-54. If you're loving this game, which you should be, don't forget to like and subscribe here on this Thursday evening. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. It's going to be a good one. Firebirds and Redskins, they're locked up in a battle. We'll be right back. Well, this has been crazy. It's been a very good game. It's been insane, unbelievable.
Quite honestly, yeah.
Both teams are looking for their fourth victory. They both lost. They're on losing streaks. Firebirds have only lost 2 in a row. Neshaminy has lost 3. Firebirds JV team beat the JV Redskins. Varsity going to try to double that up. Firebirds, they need a stop. It's Curley, their hottest scorer for Neshaminy.
Let's go.
And probably the game's leading scorer. We'll have to check that in the postgame show. Stay tuned for
Get
a
a
postgame
stop. Let's
show.
go.
If the Firebirds win, there'll be an interview. It's Coons, and you can see that clock striking just 45 seconds. Coons makes a move,
What on earth
and
happened
we'll
there?
have a foul.
Who's it on?
It's against Sylvester.
Oh.
Zach, I think Sylvester kind of ran into Joey Zach, and we'll have a foul here. The foul is against Sylvester. Shane Riley will check in. It's Sylvester's second, and the Firebirds once again getting into foul trouble, Jack. They have 7.
We brought in Riley. We need to get the big guys in. We need these layups.
And we'll see if
late
it's
in
a
the game.
timeout called, and it looks
boy.
like it is. So before any free throws are shot. Coach Tony Chapman is going to call timeout. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Stay tuned. We'll have much more when we come back. Well, welcome back here to the Chapman Arena. David Spansky, the voice of the Firebirds, here with you along with Jack Dobbins, who's making his basketball broadcasting debut, and Noah Makowitz, who's our courtside reporter. We want to correct something here. There is no Thursday night football. The Steelers and the Ravens play on Sunday because it's Week 18 and crazy madness.
We totally watched that, but hey.
But see, the Eagles they play after Week 18, Jack. They don't stop at 18, Jack. I know that a certain team that plays somewhere does, but...
What do you think the crazier team is this year, the Bengals or the Eagles?
I don't know. First one for Zach is good, and he'll shoot another one. That was interesting by the student section. A little little yell, a little scream.
Standing up.
One more at the line for Zach, and it is good.
Oh, the bounce is.
Firebirds trail by 2. The clock is at 40 seconds. Firebirds need a bucket. There's no two ways about it, Jack.
Dylan Sheed, the 6'2"
It's Sheed.
forward,
He drives.
charging, and what happened there?
And we'll have a foul.
Is Sylvester getting the shots, or is Neshaminy
It looks like it's a floor foul.
What on earth's happening?
It looks like it's a floor foul. Both coaches are not happy with the call.
Oh, it's ball.
We'll see who the foul's against. It's a floor foul. Inbounding is Sheed, 30 seconds.
To Lindsay.
Mel Lindsay underneath,
No.
and there's a foul.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll see if it's 1-1. I think it should be 2 shots, though, at the line.
This is scary. Less than 30
Yeah,
seconds to go.
It's
HGP down
2
by
at the
2.
line for Lindsay. The first one is good.
Green!
James Cahill will check in for the Firebirds. He's out there along with Aiden Graham. Mel Lindsay is shooting the last free throw. Ryan Sylvester and Dylan Sheed. You have to make this.
If Mel Lindsay makes this, he's the MVP of the game, no doubt.
And it's good.
In!
But it's not over yet.
Not
Firebirds
over,
are
but-
both tied at 56. Neshaminy can hold for the last shot.
Do we have overtime? I'm not even sure.
Curley now with the ball for Neshaminy.
Gonna pass it
Curley
out
to Coombs. 13
10
seconds,
seconds
Jack.
to
Hold
play.
on, everybody.
10 seconds
Here's
to play.
Coombs.
Oh
No
my
fouls.
goodness. Ah.
No fouls. Coombs and timeout called by Neshaminy. 5.6 seconds. This is crazy. We're going to stay with you.
I need to get a heart rate check, dude.
Yeah, we're going to stay with you throughout this timeout. Let's see what the Apple Watch says right now.
What's your heart rate?
Let's see
dude?
it, everybody. Hold on. Hold on. We're checking the heart rate here. It was at 99. We'll see what it's at now.
Mine's probably right around there.
Taking a while, of course, technology. 133.
133. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well,
This is
that's what
crazy.
sports does to you. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Regardless, there will be a post-game show. The Firebirds, unless they come in with a steal or something dramatic, there will be an overtime if they want to have a chance to win.
This is
If
scary.
not, it will be a Neshaminy victory. So Firebirds need to play defense here in this last 5.6 seconds. The Neshaminy will have the ball coming out of the timeout. They'll be on their side of the court. Firebirds can foul.
Best case scenario is the Neshaminy miss, and then I don't
Overtime,
know, probably
OT.
Lindsay to just green it.
I don't
across the
think
full
they're gonna have
court.
that much time. 5.6 seconds here.
I know, but if he hits it off immediately and then Lindsay chucks it up across court.
We're close to 100 people joining us here on this Thursday evening. Again, after this, we'll have a post-game show. Noah Makowitz will join us, our courtside reporter. David Spansky, it's a pleasure to be with you, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. Jack, it's been a crazy basketball game.
Oh, it
And it's
has.
your first.
It's the greatest debut ever.
Were you in
dude.
the student section before? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I had rowing most days. but-
Here's Coombs. So inbound. He gets it to
Curley.
Curley. 4 seconds. 2 seconds.
Coombs.
It's Coombs for 2.
it's
And it's blocked by Mel Lindsay.
And we're going to OT.
And we're going to have overtime.
Oh, boy.
The Chapman Arena is shaken. We'll have an overtime. What a block by Mel Lindsay. What a defensive stand.
Student section is going ballistic.
Neshaminy, they wanted that timeout. I didn't think it was a great call at the moment because they
Oh,
seem
boy,
to
was
have
it not.
momentum on their side somewhat.
We have 4 minutes of OT. This
Noah-
is insane.
No, this is insane. This is crazy. 56-56. We're going to OT. It is the first varsity OT of the season. Yeah, we can feel our hearts beating, Noah. But yeah, great defense by Mel. We appreciate your coverage. Stay tuned for a post-game show. Noah, we'll check in with you then. Thank you as always. All right, welcome back here. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Both teams have 7 fouls to start overtime. It's 4 minutes of overtime action. They'll have a tip-off. We'll start it all over again. It's fresh. It's fresh. Fresh action.
This is no doubt the fastest my heart's beaten since the Yankees made the playoffs.
All right, enough with the Yankees talk. 32 minutes was not enough to decide it. Can we end the baseball lockout, Jack?
I hope so,
Let's.
dude.
Can we end it? Can we end it? Can we say stop?
Yeah, you, me, and Gaten can just team up and tag
We'll end
Rob
it.
Manfred.
And the ball goes out of bounds.
What on earth?
Holy Ghost Prep will have the ball, be inbounded by Aiden Graham. Out there for the Firebirds, it's Mel Lindsay, Dylan Sheed.
They've been on fire this game. This might be their breakout games of the year. This is crazy.
And this is what every player lives for,
Sheed
overtime.
to Graham. Graham looking to pass to Riley. Riley looking to shoot.
It's for 3, and it's good.
good.
Shane Riley.
59-56.
And now Neshaminy takes it the other way. It's Curley. Curley to Coombs beyond the 3-point line, being guarded by Graham. He didn't see any outlet there. There's Curley. He's been very good. Curley had a shot there, but passed it out, didn't take it to Esposito. To Townsend. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Townsend gets around Lindsay in the orange sneakers. Nate over to Esposito. It's for 3, and
this
it's
game
good.
is tied.
No team can pull away, Jack. No team.
I don't know, man.
Just when you think it's in reach. We all deserve cupcakes after this one. There's Aiden Graham in the corner being guarded by Coombs. Good defense by Coombs.
Oh, get the ball,
Firebirds fight for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. We'll see who it stays with or goes to, and it will go the other way. It's going to be Neshaminy Redskins basketball.
We got the tip, so it's going to go to them. This is, oh no.
59-59, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. We're in overtime. 32 minutes was not enough to decide it. The hockey team will have to wait a couple minutes. There's Coombs over to Esposito. Esposito jump for the 2, back to Coombs. Coombs near his own bench. Thinking about it, gets around Graham. There's Coombs, and it's
it
missed.
misses.
Rebound, good rebound by Shane Riley. He springs Aiden Graham. Graham goes the other way. Now puts on the brakes to Mel Lindsay. He thought about it. Lindsay in the paint.
6'6".
Good spin move, and it's, almost in, was in and out. We'll have a foul here. Will be against Neshaminy. Mel Lindsay will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul is against number 32, Nate Townsend. It's his 4th. It's Neshaminy's 8th here of the second half, including overtime. And Mel Lindsay can give the Firebirds a lead.
Dave, this may be the greatest debut in commentating history.
It may be. First one at the line is good for Mel Lindsay. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a crazy one. One more at the line.
Green! 61-59 HGP with under 2.5 left to go.
So now here's Amir Coombs, the 5'8" sophomore guard who takes it up for the
He's a
Redskins.
sophomore running the point, I
Gives
believe.
it off to Zach. It was almost tipped by Sheed. He battles
And
for it.
and
Joey Zach gets it back. It's stolen.
Graham.
Aiden Graham goes the other way. Yes, Sheed if he needs him, but takes his
Out to
time.
Riley.
That was a smart decision. You have the lead by 2. You can take as much time as you want, and we'll have a timeout called by Coach Chapman. They'll draw up a play, and we'll let our voices rest. The Firebirds, they lead by 2. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. All right, welcome back here to the Chapman Arena. It's a Thursday evening. Coming to the end of this one. We're in overtime. Firebirds lead 61-59. The snow has not started yet, so you're not missing anything. There's nothing to be missed, except for the hockey team. They're going to start at 8:30, so in another 10 minutes, they're going to be starting. If you're looking for the YouTube link for that, it will not be on this YouTube channel. It will be, go to the HGP Ice Hockey Twitter page. You can find the link there for the stream. I believe puck drop is at 8:30. It's outside at a rink in Pittsburgh. It's like 20-something degrees. It's freezing
outside?
cold. It's outside. It's like the Winter Classic.
Snowed on?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So after this, again, check them out after this
Sylvester
thriller of a game.
Graham. Oh, and he's hit.
We'll have a foul
And
here. It's against Evan Esposito.
Let's go. More foul shots this time for Aiden Graham, the 5'10" senior.
So Aiden Graham will go 1-1. Firebirds lead by 2. That's the 9th foul of the second half for Neshaminy.
Graham hits off the front of the rim.
The 1-1 was not
Mel
good for
recovers.
Graham. There's Lindsay. Lindsay being triple teamed.
Out to
Firebirds
Sheed.
can take their time. There's Dylan Sheed. Sheed trying to work against Curley. Sheed to
Riley.
Riley. He's being heavily guarded by Curley. There's Sylvester.
Sylvester,
Firebirds
Graham.
just playing hot potato, Jack.
This is crazy. Oh, my goodness.
Underneath, and we'll have a foul.
Is that another foul on Neshaminy?
It will be a foul in Neshaminy. Sylvester will go to the line.
This is crazy. We could take a 4-point lead here, I believe.
So going to the line to shoot 2 will be Ryan Sylvester. Not a 1-1. It'll be
What on
both at
earth
the line.
is the student section doing?
Good question.
Like
First one at the
magic
line
hands.
is good for Ryan
Good!
Sylvester. And it's now a 3-point lead. James Cahill checks in for Holy Ghost. Shane Riley checks out. David Chabansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. Noah Makowitz is our courtside reporter. Thank you to Matt for being our producer, Mr. Jacobs for helping out. Second one at the line is missed.
Oh, it's still a
So it's
one-possession
still a
lead.
one-possession game. Yep, Jack. Here's Esposito to
Oh,
Coombs.
boy.
Coombs with the good
find
move.
3
Back to Esposito. Less than 90 seconds, Jack. And he runs into a defender. The 3 is missed. Firebirds need a rebound. They don't get it. It's Esposito comes away with it. It's a fight for it
It's a
on the
dog
floor.
pile.
And
And
while
we
they're,
get it!
and I believe we may also have a timeout called here. And now they're fighting. And
Oh,
now we
they're
have
getting into
fights
it.
going on.
Oh, boy!
Some words are exchanged. Cahill, James Cahill was in the middle of that, along with what looked to be Evan Esposito was there along with Curley.
Little scuffle right
A
there.
little
Oh,
bit of some
boy.
passion behind
This
it.
is crazy. Student section's going insane.
We'll see if we have any fouls here, any technicals called. But what's crazy about that is it looked like that, I don't know who was on the ground. It was either Sylvester, I believe, who was on the
I think it was
floor.
Graham.
And it looks like that they're going to call a foul. It looks like here a technical of some sort.
But who would it be on?
It looks like it's going to be on the Firebirds because Coach Chapman is not happy with the call, so he did get the timeout off. Or maybe they're yelling about the timeout. Let's see who has possession here because the ball was on the floor. The Firebirds called timeout, but
Possession sign still
we'll
says going
see.
to us.
We'll see if. Okay, yeah. So the Firebirds. Okay, this is weird because both referees were just pointing 2 different ways.
We're in overtime. Referees pointing different
We don't know what's
ways.
happening.
Big
Firebird,
fight scuffle
yeah, the
thing.
Firebirds lead
This
by
is
3.
weird. I don't know how to feel about this, quite
It's a
honestly.
thriller, but
I
let's
love
see
it.
what happens here
It's just weird.
with who has possession, because they haven't ruled possession
Mr.
yet.
Heston just shook his head. Oh boy.
They haven't ruled possession yet, so I don't know if Coach Chapman was not happy about the ball going to Neshaminy, or is there a technical here? If so, the technical has not been called yet, but there were for sure some words and maybe a couple hits there, exchanged between both sides.
This game's getting heated.
So it looks like Neshaminy is going to go on the defensive side of things here. Unless we're going to have, all right, yeah, so the Firebirds are going to keep here. Well, not keep, but they'll take over possession. It'll be Riley out there along with Mel Lindsay, Dylan Sheed, Aiden Graham, and Ryan Sylvester.
We have a shot to make it,
It's
what would be a two
It's the
possession game?
Firebirds' ball. They lead by 3. 72 seconds left to play in this one. We're in overtime. 2 teams trying to get their 4th win of the year. Firebirds trying to end their 2-game losing streak.
To Lindsay, of course, the dynamic duo, Sheed and Lindsay. All throughout this game, both have double-digit points. Mel probably has double-digit rebounds, too.
There's Dylan Sheed. Sheed drives with speed, and he is fouled. Dylan
Let's
Sheed
go!
will go to the line and shoot 2. Okay, it's going to be a 1-and-1, I believe.
Neshaminy's
Or is it
taking
a
over.
2?
The Firebirds spark a foul.
We're going to find out. All right, the foul is against Evan Esposito.
I believe that's Esposito's 4th of the half.
It's going to be 2 at the line for Sheed.
What on earth was that?
60 seconds. That's why we stopped at.
It's just scary.
They can make it a 2-possession game. First one at the line for Sheed is good.
Let's go!
James Cahill checks in for Coach Chapman's Firebirds. Checking out
possession
is Shane Riley. One more at the line for Sheed. He'll try to make it a 5-point lead. And it's good.
5-point lead.
And now Neshaminy, they have to hurry here.
Oh, Curly ankle
There's
breaker.
Curly. It's for 3, and
No.
it's missed. Rebound by Townsend.
It's recovered
And
by
James
Firebirds.
Cahill steals it. We will have a foul here against Neshaminy.
Let's go! Oh my goodness!
It will be against the Redskins.
We're pulling away. I might have said that too early, but I don't care.
The atmosphere is crazy, I'll tell you that. Well, let's see here. It should be 2 at the line. The foul is against Evan Esposito. It's his 5th. It's the team's 12th of the
Zajic
second
checking
half,
back in.
including overtime. 2 shots at the line for James Cahill.
Zajic just checked in.
And Nunzio Zajdzik, the 5'11 senior, checks in for Neshaminy.
Oh,
Cahill
boy.
is money.
If he makes this next shot, it's a 3-possession game, and I don't know what to do at that point, but might as well.
Second one at the line for Cahill. 65 to 59-point lead for the Firebirds.
Oh, still 2 possessions.
He missed it. And now Coombs goes the other way. Neshaminy is in dire need of a basket. They're in desperation. It's Curley, their top scorer. Curley goes up for it. He is fouled. And it's an N1 situation, what the Firebirds tried to avoid. And Neshaminy, they're still holding on with dear life.
Neshaminy still has a shot.
The foul is against Ryan Sylvester. It's his 3rd, team's 8th. Shane Riley is back to check in for the Firebirds. He's out there for Coach Chapman's Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Well, we'll see. Actually, they may make a couple changes, but he was out there with
Neshaminy.
Sheed, Lindsay, Sylvester, and Graham. All right, we'll take a break here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Neshaminy will shoot 1 at the line after this. Firebirds lead by 4 for the time being. It's a thriller, and we'll be right back on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't turn the channel. Don't put on nothing else. There's no other YouTube channel, no other video.
Nothing
we'll be right
else
back.
exists, just
Nothing
this
else.
game.
We'll be right back. Well, there's 40.6 seconds left to play here in the first overtime, Jack. Firebirds lead by 4, but Neshaminy is at the line to try to make it a one-possession game, and it's perhaps their best player, Sean Curley, who is at the line to shoot this free throw. He just made the layup. It would be to make it a 3-point play. Again, Matt, our producer, has done a great job. He's set up to where on the left side of your screen is where we're at in the Chapman Arena with basketball. On the right side of the screen is the varsity ice hockey game outside in Pittsburgh against North Allegheny. The one at the line for Curley is good. And it's a one-possession game, Jack. Here we are again.
I can barely breathe. My heart's beating way too fast.
And we'll have a foul here. It's against number 32, Nate Townsend.
Oh, boy.
And they're going to walk the floor. David Shapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here along with Jack Dobbins. Noah Makowitz is our courtside reporter. Matt, Mr. Jacobs, thank you for setting up everything. Matt's our producer.
We just got a foul without taking a single millisecond off the clock.
So it's going to be Mel Lindsay here. He's at the line. He'll shoot 2. We'll try to make it a 2-possession game once again. First one at the line is good. It's a 2-possession game. It's now 4 points.
I am so scared right now.
One more at the line for Mel Lindsay, who's been amazing in this one.
At this rate, it might be the MVP for the Firebirds, and there we go, a 5-point lead
And
with under 40 to play.
Mel Lindsay with a great shot there. Here's Curley. He drives. Curley with the layup is
That was
good.
nasty.
It's now once again a 3-point game. Graham will inbound, and
Lindsay.
no turnovers here. There's Sylvester.
ball.
He gives it to Cahill. Firebirds going to waste time. There's Sheed, and Neshaminy will foul.
Curley just gave Sheed a big ol' hug, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Well, just 18.8 seconds left to play. Foul is against Sean Curley, his second. Out there for the Firebirds, it's Dylan Sheed, Mel Lindsay, Aiden Graham, James Cahill, and Ryan Sylvester.
Oh, it's off the front.
First one is missed, and if you don't make this one, it gets the scary territory.
Yeah, then we're like, oh no.
It gets the scary territory. And Neshaminy does elect to go taller here, so they're going to maybe try to get a layup underneath and draw a foul. Possibly.
Student section with the magic hands, and it's in!
And it's good. It's a 4-point lead for the Firebirds. Timeout called. And we'll take a break here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. That doesn't seal it just yet, but it gets closer and closer.
We're less than 20 seconds off.
Yeah, less than 19 seconds left to play here in OT. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. And for the meantime, enjoy some varsity ice hockey on the right-hand side. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Firebird Fieldhouse. David Shapansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. Jack, your broadcasting basketball debut has been amazing.
It's been a thriller.
It's been
for
a
sure.
thriller of a game. Firebirds lead by 4. The atmosphere in the building is very strong. Firebirds going to try to complete the sweep of the close-by Neshaminy Redskins. JV Firebirds won their game, and now the varsity Firebirds will try to do so. Out of the timeout, Coach Chapman will run Ryan Sylvester, James Cahill, Dylan Sheed, Mel Lindsay, who could be the player of the game, and Aiden Graham. Out there for the Neshaminy Redskins, it looks like it's Nunzio Zik, Amir Coombs, Joey Zach. It's Curley's out there, and somebody else, maybe Townsend. We'll find out for you. It's Colin
Curley
Cloud.
cannot waste any time.
There's Curley. It's
he
blocked,
misses.
and will the foul.
Oh my goodness.
It's
No.
going to be 3 at the line.
Dylan Sheed is absolutely astonished at that call. His jersey on his head, he's going insane.
It's 3 at the line for
3?
Sean Curley.
Oh. We get the ball, though, right?
We do.
All right, so we can just
First
green.
one is missed.
If he misses another one, that's basically good enough to call game.
2 more at the line.
We just need him to be able to
All he
run for
needs,
2
though,
or
is
0
to
for
make
2.
1 for it to be a 1-possession game again.
I'm petrified right now.
Here's Curley, their best scorer, and it's good.
Oh, boy.
It's now a 1-possession game again here in the Chapman Arena. Shane Riley checks in. I don't know if it's going to end, Jack. I don't know if it's going to end.
I don't know what to think of this.
One more at the line for Curley, and then we'll assume that Neshaminy's going to foul. They have to. Third one at the line for Curley is good, and timeout called by Neshaminy. The Redskins trail by just 2. Firebirds are clinging on for dear life. They'll have the basketball, and we come back. Just 12 seconds left, Jack, from the victory, but it seems like an eternity. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more. We'll also have a post-game show coming up after this, and enjoy varsity ice hockey, which Matt, our producer, has done a great job on the right side of the screen to show you coverage of both big games here on this Thursday chilly afternoon. We'll be right back. Well, David Schmansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. It's a battle, a real war out there right now. Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds taking on the visiting Neshaminy Redskins. Firebirds lead by 2. There's only 12 seconds left. We're in the first overtime. The Firebirds will have the ball, but Neshaminy, you assume, is going to look for a steal and foul. They get it to Mel Lindsay. They have to foul. Neshaminy, they need to foul. There's only 9 seconds left, and they will foul.
Student section's been on their feet for like the entire
8 minutes?
overtime, pretty much.
Well, 2 at the line for Lindsay, but there's still 8 seconds left. It's a lot of time.
If he makes both of them, then that's hopefully
Game.
good enough to call
Should
game.
be.
If it's
Unless
not,
we
then
get a
that's big
3 and a
issue.
foul again, which is
Then
possible.
that would not be good.
All right, 2 at the line for Mel Lindsay. The 6'6" junior forward has been one of the stars of the game for the Firebirds, if not the star, excuse me. 2 at the line for Lindsay, and it's good.
Number 1's in.
1 more for Mel, and he can perhaps put it out of reach.
8.2 to play.
Second one at the line for Mel Lindsay. This is for
It
the
all
marbles.
comes down to this.
This is for the marbles, and it's
And
good.
it's in.
The Firebirds lead by 4. Neshaminy rushes
driving.
down. 6 seconds.
3.
The 3 is no good, and that
Lindsay
will do it.
That's game.
The
Firebirds
Firebirds
win.
defeat the Neshaminy Redskins by a final score of 70-66.
Let's
It
go.
wasn't pretty, but it was a gutsy game, and the Firebirds sweep Neshaminy and JV and varsity as they win this one by 4. We'll have a post-game show. Noah Maka will join us, and hopefully the Firebirds remember to send up a player of the game. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Chapman Arena. David Shabansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Jack Dobbins. Let's head over to our courtside reporter, Noah Makowitz. Noah, it was a gutsy game. It wasn't pretty, but the Firebirds get the job done, and they beat Neshaminy. It was a great crowd here tonight. What are your post-game thoughts? Quick thoughts.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it definitely was a hard-fought game. It was a close one, a lot closer than we probably thought. Well fought, just great overall game. The crowd was in it. Overall, it was just a good game, Dave.
It was an excellent game to watch. It was a thriller to be here. Thank you, Noah, as always, for your courtside coverage. And the Firebirds, they defeat Neshaminy. So in a couple of minutes here, we're going to have our player of the game, who Dylan Sheed is going to come on up. But we have to talk about Mel Lindsay, too. What a game by Mel, putting up a lot of points. And he sealed the deal for the Firebirds late, making some clutch free throws. We'll have Dylan Sheed coming up here in just a little bit for the Firebirds, as they snap their 2-game losing streak and they beat Neshaminy. Neshaminy falls to a losing record. They're now 3-4. The Firebirds improved their winning record to 4-2. They snapped their 2-game losing streak. And again, the varsity ice hockey team, they're getting started at 8:30. Well, they're already in action. Matt has that pulled up to the right of the screen here. So you can check that out. If you're looking for the link, go to the HGP Ice Hockey Twitter. As some rescheduling notices for the games on 1/17. That'll be the next game, the next home game here at the Chapman Arena on January the 17th. That is Martin Luther King Day. That's a Monday. Since our school is off, we will be here, and most schools are off, if not all. That game will be at 5:15 p.m. against Delco Christian. So we'll have an MLK Day spectacular there for you. Some basketball games on the 17th. And I believe it will be JV and varsity. Again, the varsity will begin at 5:15. We'll have broadcasting coverage for that game against Delco Christian. And then after that, on the 20th, January 20th, the Firebirds will take on Penwood at 6 o'clock p.m. So again, the next home game for the Firebirds is on the 17th of January. Come on out to the Chapman Arena. It's always a great time. It was a great atmosphere. 5:15 against Delco Christian on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. When we come back, we'll have an interview with Dylan Sheed. Again, thank you to Noah Makowitz, our courtside reporter. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We'll give our voices a break. We'll wait for Dylan to come on up, and we'll have more for you on the other side of this break. Hi, everybody. Welcome back here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chmansky with you here. Jack Dommins, my color commentator. Jack, great job on your basketball broadcasting debut. I'm here with Dylan Sheed, player of the game. Him and Mel at 26 points. You're scoring 13 as your number, Dylan. Talk a little bit about that second half push. You looked really good there. A lot of N1s, and the crowd was going crazy. It was a great atmosphere.
Yeah, so second half was a close one. We definitely needed energy, a little spark off the bench, or a spark from the players. We got that. We took the lead, tried keeping the lead. And yeah, we just kept that energy going and finished it out in overtime.
Is there a play that you like to do the most, like that gets you the most excited? Is it the N1? Is it the 3?
Yeah, it's definitely the end one.
The N1? All right. So just snapped the 2-game losing streak. They were 2 tough games, and you guys kind of had the 16, 18-day break, stuff like that. Talk a little bit about, as a player, how you battle kind of through that adversity of having to deal with that long break and then getting the rust off in the first quarter of this one and stuff like that.
So that long break did affect everyone on the team. We all had to do our own workouts today, like keep shooting the ball, be familiar with the basketball. So everyone on the team kept doing their part, and it showed out on the court today. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk about, last thing we'll talk about here is next game and kind of the rest of the season, an overall outlook. We talked last game with Ian and Sean, talked about their outlook, something you're really excited for this season, whether that's an individual goal or kind of as a team goal.
I'm really excited to see our juniors keep growing. Mel, famous, and he comes back. Everyone's becoming better and better every day.
All right, well, thanks, Dylan. Great game. 13 points for Dylan. Thank you so much. Dylan Sheed joining us, our player of the game. All right, everybody. Well, that will just about do it. 26 points for Mel Lindsay, though. He is the star of the game, but Mel, unfortunately, did not come on the broadcast tonight in the postgame. Dylan, though, our second star of the game with 13 points. Great job by the Firebirds. They battled through this one. It was gutsy. It wasn't pretty at all times, but they got the
Crazy high heart rates.
They were down by 5 points late in the fourth quarter. So
Oh yeah, we were able to
And the
come back,
heartbeat,
force
we
OT,
gotta-
and win.
We should have like a little heartbeat counter on the side of the screen. Both of our heartbeats for the next game.
Maybe, you never know.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it was a really great atmosphere. Again, everybody come on out 5:15 against Delco Christian on the 17th. It's MLK Day. It's a Monday. 5:15, an earlier start. That's varsity. Is there a JV game, Matt, on that day? Sorry, our producer's doing a little bit of checking here in the post-game show. There is. Okay, and what time does that game start? 3:45. Okay, so 3:45 is JV. Come on out and support them. They're off to a good start in their season. They also won today against the Neshaminy. We always do stream the JV games. Sometimes people think that we don't stream the JV. We always stream the JV. Our huddle camera is doing a good job with that, but there's usually only commentary for the varsity games. 5:15 is the next varsity game against Delco Christian, so come on out, everybody. Let's pack the Chapman Arena. And I think it was a lot. I mean, the student section was big, but also was a close proximity of both opponents that came into the arena really rocking tonight. Well, Jack, it was a pleasure. The broadcasting
Thank you.
debut went really well. So, again, on the 17th is the next game. Dylan Sheed and Mel Lindsay, the players of the game for the Firebirds. They win this one over the Neshaminy Redskins. All right, everybody. That will do it. Jack, any last words for the crowd out there?
Let's go Firebirds.
All right, I like that. It's sweet, short, but sweet.
Packs a punch.
It was good. It did a lot. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday afternoon. Hope that everybody stays safe tomorrow with the snow, what that's going on. 2 inches, 0 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches. Who knows? We'll find out there tomorrow. Hopefully everybody's safe during that. And we hope to see you on Monday, which is the next home game. Not this Monday, 117. Going to keep on shouting it out. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody for producing this day. Matt and Mr. Jacobs for setting up the equipment. Jack Dobbins, color commentator, and Noah Makowitz. Everybody, have a great night. I'm David Chmansky, the voice of the Firebirds. I sign off, and as always, be safe and kind to each other. Have a good night.